everybody, and welcome back. This is definitely going to be a different take on my usual Friday videos, which are usually a baking item. For right now, again, because I've made so much, I'm just going to show you something. It's not necessarily going to be a baked item, though, not for a while. I think I did enough damage to the good old hip line. So today, as the title probably insinuated, because I'm sure I'll write something really snappy like Mexican rice, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my take on some Mexican rice. Right now I just have a couple tablespoons of oil heating up in the pan, and I'm going to be adding an onion to it, which as you can see, I just slid in. It's already pre-chopped. Everything's chopped and ready to go. This is the only thing for this. Then there's rice, garlic powder, cumin, and I always add a pinch of some taco seasoning. I make my own. You can also use store-bought. There's nothing wrong with that. We also have 2 cups of broth and half a cup of tomato sauce going into it. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, anytime something calls for a tomato sauce or pureed tomatoes, I almost always just use one of my favorite spaghetti sauces. So that's what we will be doing. So let's see, is it hot enough? Might be. Let's drop in an onion. No, not hot enough. Okay, after what felt like forever, it wasn't. I'm just very impatient because I just want to get this done now. We'll add in our onion. It's always a good sign if it's sizzling, it's good to go. You can also test it with flour. If you sprinkle it in and it fizzles, then it's good. I don't want to waste my flour on something like that. Just dropping an onion beforehand. So that's it for this part. We're just going to saute some onions for about 5 minutes, and then we'll toss in the rice and spice. Listen to that sizzle. Okay. I think now we're going to add in our rice. So it's 1 cup of long grain. I just so happen to have a, excuse me, a whole wheat. I guess you could say, is it whole wheat? No, brown. Brown rice. Why did I say whole wheat? That's so weird. That's a bread thing. I like brown rice. But this is no, not minute rice. That's all that matters. It's not minute rice. This is something that, you're going to leave for the next 25 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes. So definitely don't use minute rice for this recipe. So this is pretty simple. Right now we're just going to let the spices and the rice just get a little roasty. I'm going to turn this around because I'm actually going to come at it from this side. I don't think I know too many recipes that call for toasting the rice, but that's why we always do something new here. So feel free if you have a recipe you've wanted to try but just haven't tried it yet because you're just not sure. Feel free to pass it on and I can try it on your behalf. Nothing wrong with a new recipe. Doesn't mean I have to make it again. Okay, I think this is going to start to stick, so. Okay, so the next step here is just to add in our broth and our tomatoes. So, 2 cups. And then I'm going to get a spatula for this, just because I want to make sure I get all of it. I'm always looking for a new rice recipe that's better than the last one. So here's hoping this is it. And if you like what you see here, you can stay tuned for my next video and you can see what I chose to do with this Mexican rice. There we go. And I apologize if I sound very monotone right now. I've been doing a lot of cleaning. It's that time of year. I take down all my holiday decorations, and I already have done a cleanup of most things, but I clean the walls and the baseboards and the lights and all that good stuff. And I just work room by room, and to say I'm exhausted is an understatement. So I apologize if I don't sound so enthralled right now. Trust me, I am. I love to cook. It smells good. I think it's going to be delicious. If you don't have taco seasoning, feel free to just, maybe add a dash of chili or cayenne powder. I'm not a fan of cilantro, but I mean, cilantro's big in a lot of these dishes too. So, and of course, I will never say any of this is ever authentic Mexican food or authentic Italian or authentic anything. It's just kind of my take on, I guess, a Mexican style. I'll try to get better at wording that, but for now it is what it is. Oh, I think it's starting to bubble. Okay, we're going to count that as boiling. So just like any good rice, once it's boiling, you're going to put the lid on it, turn it down to a simmer, and we'll check back in about anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes. Always check on it after about 20 minutes just to see how much liquid you've got. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so I've already done this once, but I didn't have my mic on. So this is what my rice looks like after about 25 minutes. There's still quite a bit of liquid in there. It's not quite where I'd like it to be. So I'm going to do another 5 minutes on my rice. Worst comes to worst, I might add half a cup of broth, so I will see and let you know. But for now, that's it. Still cooking. I apologize if there's any interference. I keep turning my mic off and on, and when you do that, it makes some weird crackle. But here we go. So I did end up adding a bit more broth to my rice. Not quite half a cup. I'd say maybe about a quarter. I can feel that it is much softer now. And I think I got it just in time because it looked like it was going to stick. Okay, hold on. Let me just sample. No, that's good. Okay. That's it. That's all. So that's it for the rice. You can eat it, I guess on its own. I don't think I'd recommend that because it's got no protein or anything in it. But you can eat it as it is. You can eat it as a nice side dish, or again, you can tune into my next video and see what I ultimately chose to do with my Mexican rice. Thanks, guys, for tuning in for another recipe, and I hope to continue to cook great stuff for you guys and eventually get some feedback. I need some new recipes. What y'all eating? Let me know. Like, comment, share, tune in again. See you next week.